How's it going? So, I'm mainly making this video for a buddy of mine named Birdman. There he is right there. And, also, if anybody else is looking to get into this game, it's called Tiger Woods 2014. It's on the PlayStation 3. I'm sure it's on Xbox as well. It's actually a pretty good golfing game. It does have its glitches and its quirks, but it's actually pretty decent, especially for the PS3. So I'm going to show you what we're working with here. Basically, I got expert swing, a few things turned off, the putt preview, ball spin, the green grid. I have just the no beads, but that's because we have no zoom to aim. And the reason why I have the no beads with the grid is because, well, in real life you can walk around the green and in this game with no zoom to aim, and say you got like a 30-40 foot putt, right? Because you ain't got no zoom to aim. So you hit an errant shot or two or whatever, and well, you can't see a damn thing that's going on. So I leave the green grid on just to pretend like we've already walked around the green a little bit and checked it out. And we got the wind display on, letting us know how hard the wind is blowing. And we have shot shaping off, which what that does, if you read down there, it basically makes it to where you can shot shape by just swinging straight up and down. Now, in real life, I was showing you guys how to shot shape. So I can do it in real life, so I'm making it to where I can do it in the video game as well. And so that's about it. And so we're going to start off with that shot shaping thing that I was just talking about. The way you do that is when you stand, or no, I don't think it's, yeah, you got to back up. So you got to be standing like this. And then what you do is, oh, that's hard to see, isn't it? So you use the right stick and you move it over. And you see how it moves moves the little, the arrow over to the right, but now there's still a small arrow pointing at the flag stick there. It's hard to see, that's a shame. But it's there. You see that little small arrow right there that's next to the flag stick? So now, basically, that's your body line. That small arrow is your body line. And then that big arrow is where the ball's going to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to move that big arrow over there. As you can see, the wind is 0 miles an hour blowing to the left. It's not going to do anything at all. And also, we got to deal with the ground. Now, it says it's downslope 2.2 and above 3.6. Now, basically, I can't really tell you exactly what those numbers, exactly the exact amount, you know what I mean, that those numbers are going to do. But when the ball is above your feet, it's basically, you see how the guy's club and the way he's standing is tilted to the left a little bit? Now, the ball is pretty much just going to come right off the ground, off to the left. And that's really all there is to it. And the more it's sloped, so like say if it was like a 5, right? So we'd want to move more this way because, well, hang on, let me get rid of that. There we go. So now if we were to hit the straight, the ball would actually move to the left because it's above our feet, and that's the way, the ground is sloped, and it would hit it this way. And then same thing if it was below our feet, it would shoot this way. And the reason for that is because our club is angled the way the ground is angled. So we got to kind of compensate for that. So what I do is I just look at the way the guy's club is angled. Now from here, I'm going to guess, it's all for me, it's just guesstimations. I'm going to guess that's about where I need to aim because I can kind of tell that the club is tilted enough that way to where that's about what I need. Alright, so now, it's 153 yards to the flagstick. This club goes 162 yards. So, I can't have that. And then my lower club goes 159 yards. And I can't have that either. Because, I'm literally stuck in between clubs right now. So, what do I want to do? Do I want to hit a longer shot and add loft to it? You see on the little dot on the ball right there, you can add loft. Or you can de-loft it by hitting higher on the ball. If you hit higher on the ball, it's going to de-loft it and hit it further. Or you can hit it lower on the ball, and it's going to loft it higher in the air to where more of your power is going to be shooting the ball up into the air instead of forward toward your target. So basically, that's what I'm going to do. is I'm going to hit the longer club, my 9-iron, 162, and then I'm going to hit down on the ball, or down, lower on the ball, so it'll land and spin back a little ways. We're on average speed greens right now, so I should get a good amount of backspin, because the 9-iron's already a decently lofted club, and I'm lofting it even more. So let's give this a shot. And it goes up, nice and high, comes down. It's a little shorter than I expected, but it's going to stop and I get a little bit of backspin, and not too bad. We're sitting next to the hole. See how basically I'm still a little bit to the right hand side of the hole. This is about the angle we were coming in at, and when I was standing over the ball like this, I figured that it was going to kick it a little bit more to the left, and it didn't quite do that, but that's perfectly fine because we're in a general vicinity. I had a good idea on how to control the ball flight, and yeah, that's really all you want to do is you just want to control the ball flight, and that's it. That's all you really need to do. Alright, so I'm going to smack the ball up this hill, and I'm going to give ourselves a putt. Hurry up, let's do this. Okay, so now when it comes to putting, what you want to do is you want to control the speed of the putt. Now we're going to look down here at the ground. Now you can see the ground is tilted to the left at this very first part. And now since we can't zoom, but you can see how it's angled. Basically, the faster the ball is going to roll, the less it's going to break. And then the slower, when it slows down, then it's going to break a little bit more. Now, at the hole, there's not a whole lot of break. There's maybe like a tiny bit going to the right, but most of it right up here is going to the left. Even though the ball's going to be rolling faster, it's still going to break to the left a little bit. So let's see here. I'm going to take a look at this. It says above 0.9, which that's just at my feet. So right here is actually more like, I'd say above 0.2. I don't know. I couldn't tell you exactly, but I'm just going to say this is going to break more than what it would at my feet. As you can tell, like, my guy's standing there, and he's got, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty flat by his feet, the way he's standing. You can just look at the way he's standing, the club on the ground. It's really not tilted a whole lot. So, it's going to break more in this area than it is anywhere else. So, this is what I'm imagining. The ball's going to come, swoop, and then maybe not swoop that much, but it's going to come and swoop down a little bit. Now it's 49 feet, and you see where it says, there's got that arrow, it says 50 feet, and then a little down arrow, and it says 4IN. That means it's downhill 4 inches, but since we're on average speed greens, they're actually kind of slow in my opinion. That's really not going to affect it too much, so I'm just going to bring it back to about, say, 53 feet, and it's a 55-foot putt. And I'm going to play a little bit of break. I can barely see the hole, but let's just try this right here. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to feel how hard am I going to hit this ball with these backswings. Now this is all just feel right here. Like, you got to just practice this. And here we go. So I like to try to hit the red-blue there. And oh, look at that. It's in the hole. No putt preview needed. Well, you guys, I hope this has helped out. If you have any questions, feel free to just leave them in the comments.